Ghana misses out on a slot in top 10 African countries with highest gross domestic product per capita. This and many more coming up shortly. Hello there, good evening and welcome to Business Brief here on TV3. My name is Michael Obodu. Before we bring you our top story, let's check out some other stories that have been making the rounds in the world of business today.
Today in business, the Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana will soon sanction members in the public sector engaged in unethical practices by the Public Accounts Committee. According to its president, Sena Dake, the Institute's new act gives the professional body the mandate to discipline members engaged in corrupt activities. The Ghana Stock Exchange is promising more exciting times going forward into the future. Securities worth over 700 billion cedis had been traded on the Ghana fixed income market as of the end of last year. Over 90% were into government securities. Consumer prices in the 20 countries that use the euro rose 5.3% on average this month compared with a year ago, preliminary estimates by Europe's Statistics Office showed Thursday. That was unchanged from the annual rate of inflation in July.
Well, let's bring you our top story now, as Ghana has missed out on the ranking that sought to collate the top 10 African countries with the highest gross domestic product (GDP) per capita. This is notwithstanding being the second biggest economy in West Africa after Nigeria and having one of the biggest GDP values, approximately $72 billion on the African continent.
Per the ranking by Trading Economics, Seychelles had the highest GDP per capita of $17,117, followed by Mauritius with $10,545, and Libya came third with GDP per capita of $8,151. Egypt has come ninth with $4,089, while Swaziland placed 10th with GDP per capita of $4,045. Ghana's GDP per capita currently stands at $2,071. Gross domestic product GDP per capita stands as a fundamental metric in the realm of economics, offering invaluable insights into the economic health and well-being of a nation's population. It serves as a tool for comparing living standards, gauging economic development, and assessing the distribution of wealth within a country. GDP per capita is a calculation that divides a country's total economic output, or GDP, by its population. The resulting figure offers an approximation of the average economic output per individual in the country.
Meanwhile, economist Dr. Saad Idrisu has attributed Ghana's poor ranking on the African countries with the highest GDP per capita to low technological advancement in the manufacturing sector. He's therefore calling for a review in the government's much touted Planting for Food and Jobs program.
Trading Economics is a data platform. They actually ranked Ghana on the 18th position in terms of GDP per capita within the African continent. Ghana didn't make it to the top 10, so we had the 18th position with a GDP per capita of around 2,000. So now if you come to look at our GDP itself, we had a GDP of around $72 billion by the end of December 2022. But if you bring it down to per capita terms, we actually didn't make it to the top 10. And most of the times with the economic literature, lower GDP per capita indicates signs of older technology in terms of production activity. So we'll have to see how to be able to channel new technologies into our productive efforts in Ghana. For example, manufacturing, mining, even 1D, 1F, what are the technological progression that government is trying to bring in so that we'll be able to increase production or we'll be able to increase our income in that area. So I think that should be the new focus of government going forward, because if you compare advanced or developing countries, even with bigger populations, they are still able to maintain higher GDP per capita due to technological advancements.
So Ghana ranked 18th amongst the countries, African countries with the highest GDP per capita. Let's now walk you through a list of the top 10. Seychelles is at number 1 with $1.24 billion GDP at 17,117 GDP per capita. We have Mauritius in there, Liberia, Botswana, Gabon, South Africa, Equatorial Guinea, Namibia, Egypt, and Swaziland at the bottom over there of the top 10 list at 4,045. Now, away from that, countries sharing boundaries with the sea boast of a vibrant blue economy, but dwindling fish stock is having negative effects on both local and national economies. A lecturer at the Department of Marine and Fisheries Science at the University of Ghana, Dr. Edemahu, agrees an effective close season here in Ghana should coincide with that of other ECOWAS countries.
Considering the fact that fish are transboundary resources, they are very mobile. They move from one region to the other. And so that is number one. So if you are closing the fishery in Ghana, it doesn't mean that you are locking the sea or something only in Ghana. They will be able to move to other parts of the region or within the Gulf of Guinea. They will be able to move to other areas. And so if we are doing this in solo, we might not be able to actually get effective the impact that we ought to create, because we are just looking at one country. So we need to really expand this to other countries. We need to expand this to the neighboring countries and make sure that we are doing this together. That way the impact will even be bigger and better. So I am for it. It just means that we need to talk more with our neighbors, we need to work together, and that can be done.
Away from the agricultural sector, let's turn our attention now to the currency market and find out how major forex are trading today. Well, some marginal increase there with the dollar as compared to figures from last week. But let's now turn to the commodities market. And interesting developments today, some marginal decline in prices with cocoa dropping by $5, trading at $3,634 per barrel. Cocoa gold is also up by $0.74, trading at $1,943.06. Crude oil is also up by almost $1. It's trading at $86.85. Well, that will be all for Business Brief here on TV3. For more business stories, please check out our website, 3news.com. My name is Michael Obodu. Thank you for watching. As always, please stay safe.